Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. This is Kay. First of all, we would like to thank the listeners of our episode 0. We hope
Thank
you
you.
like our first episode or
Well,
episode 0.
a
Well, this
pilot
is the
episode.
pilot episode. This is gonna be our first episode, which is gonna be moving away for good. So in this episode, we're gonna discuss our experiences in moving to a different country, the acclimatization period of moving to the new country, the challenges we encountered, and also the good things that the benefits of moving that we found moving to the country where we are in right now. So actually, before that, we'd like to give a short reminder about the pandemic, COVID-19.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. Ingat kayong lahat.
Yeah, take care out there. And I'd like to remind na select your news sources very carefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hindi basta-basta naniniwala sa kung anong
Mhm.
nakapost sa internet.
So,
Hindi lahat
first of
naman.
all, check their sources. And kung sobrang daming ads dun sa whatever website you're getting your information from, keep in mind that they might be doing that for clicks, views, and ads rather than actually trying to do public service of informing people. Okay?
Yeah,
So, yun lang,
it's
ingat
good
lang.
to get something from, if you, yung government websites would be a good source of information, and really, yung reputable, news sources would be another option. So, like, when you're seeing something, yung mga nakapost sa Facebook and all that, like, just be very critical of what stuff you're reading. And also, at the same note, like, ingat din dun sa mga nire-repost na information kasi hindi natin kailangan mag-spread ng misinformation during this very critical. Yep, yun lang.
And always
Check
keep
your
washing your
sources.
hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always
Wash your
wash your
hands.
hands.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Mhm.
Maraming
20 seconds.
songs to sing while you're washing your hands. Yun, medyo reputable naman online kapag tinignan mo yung source ng song. Kunyari mga 20 seconds. You can try it for yourself.
Or mag-internal monologue ka na lang kung... kung
Kausapin mo isa-isa yung mga daliri
sabi mo yung oo. Yeah.
Kamusta ka na hilalaki? Ganun.
Sige nga, matry yung mamaya. Okay.
Yeah, wait, add ko lang dun sa sources. I think I posted a few days before yung parang dashboard ng, is it Johns Hopkins University? Then minessage ako ng pamangkin ko na dito, that's there's a malware sa site na yan, and then apparently may mga similar websites na
Oh,
they
wow.
look the same. Yeah, they look the same, but they're trying to fish for some information.
So, ingat-ingat lang din talaga.
Personal info, ingatan.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's our intro section. So we're gonna move on to our topic for today, which is immigration and moving away for good. So we'd like to start with P, who I understand you were the sa lahat sa amin, ikaw yung pinaka unang nag-migrate dito. Yeah, he's
recent.
the most recent
recent.
one.
The most
He's the most
recent,
recent one. Yeah.
Mhm.
So P, anong masasabi mo sa experiences mo, like yung tell us about your backstory at kung ano yung nag-push sa'yo towards moving on to this country, because I understand that I know these are all the same for us four na moving to a different country, parang ina-uproot ka dun sa kung saan ka nagtanim ng roots, and then you're being transplanted to a different place. It's a very hard experience. So we just like to know ano yung backstory niya, kung ano nag-prompt dun sa iyo or dun sa family mo na pumunta rito.
So thanks Kay dun sa sa pagsabi dun. So for me, bakit ako lumipat dito? what prompted me at first. So, kung tutuusin, nagpunta na ako dito sa Canada, sa bansang to, beforehand for something else. So, I was here temporarily and I saw the country, kung ano meron dito. So, ako naman, natuwa, kahit konti. Tapos it's like, yeah, it's a different country. So, it's the furthest country that I've been simula nung pumunta ako dito, temporarily. So, tapos naisip ko pag uwi, so I was like, yeah, it seems like it's a good country, so why not try to apply to immigrate to Canada? And, so yun, kinausap ko yung parents ko and they support me 100%. And yun, dire-diretso na siya. Parang nag-snowball effect na siya na parang paunti-unti, konting information and then yung process na ginamit ko, yun na siya. So, yun yung backstory ko na kung bakit ako napunta dito. More on personal choice. And kung ako masasabi ko, yun sa ngayon, yun yung pinaka-impulsive decision sa buhay ko. Pero so far, okay naman.
Ano yung mga personal, decisions na parang push? Kasi like, it couldn't necessarily be coming out of nowhere, di ba? Na parang, especially like ikaw lang yung nag-move dito sa Canada, right? Like,
Yes.
like, wala kang ibang kasama. So, what prompted, like, ano yung, aside sa para, maganda tong country na to, maybe I'll move. Like, meron bang ibang other factors?
Hindi ko rin alam eh. Parang I've been to that part na maraming tatanong sa akin yan. Tapos nag-internal reflect ako. Tapos, parang, wala. Parang, tinry ko lang siya. Tapos, nagkataon, na-approve ako. Tapos, naisip ko na, andyan na siya. So, itutuloy ko na. Ganun.
Okay.
Literal na ganun yung yung naging, yung feeling ko. Sabi ko, okay. So, sige, tutuloy ko na. Wala na atrasan. Parang ganun lang.
You've been here before, right? Is it for work or like a tourist?
For work.
For work. Okay. Maybe it's one of those. Like maybe nagustuhan mo yung work environment.
Pero yun din, parang siguro, yun na din, parang underlying na subconscious thought. Pero yun talaga yung main, parang sa akin, okay, tatanggap ako. Wow, parang gano'n. Tapos sige, go na, diretso na. Wala nang, yun na, hindi na ako, I never looked back, I never turned back na na. Tinuloy ko na kasi nagbayad na ako, mahal din.
Wow, that's so impulsive. Yeah, I do agree.
Did you
So, sabi ko, diba?
Or did you just apply by yourself? Kasi
So,
one of the most common questions.
Yeah, totoo.
How did you get to Canada? Did you pay an agency or
anong mga papeles yung mga pinilapan mo? Anong mga legal documents yung kailangan mo i-procure and all that?
How long did it take you?
Feeling ko since ako yung, so ako yung latest, so fresh pa siya, tapos pinaka-relevant sa mga nag-aspire pumunta dito na kung ano yung process ko. So, I use the Express Entry program to come here. So, para sa mga nakakalam, Express Entry under Federal Skilled Worker, so FSW. Foreign Skilled Worker, Federal Skilled Worker, I forgot yung F. So, yun yung pinakabagong, yun yung current process na meron ngayon si Immigration ni Canada na once na nasubmit mo yung documents mo, may decision na sila, pwede may decision na siya within 6 months or less.
Oh, bilis.
So, sobrang bilis. So, for me, 2 months. Pagkasabit ko ng documents ko, parang wala pa parang 7 weeks lang May decision na, naka-passport request na ako.
Oh, wow.
So, sobrang bilis niya ngayon. Nag-agency ba ako? Yes. Nag-agency ako.
You use an agency. Okay.
Curious lang ako, ano yung, di ba nakuha mo na yung approval, di ba? Or yung visa, rather. So, from the time na nakuha mo yung visa mo, gano'n ka katagal what you call this? Gano'n ka katagal from that point na umalis papunta rito? Like yung actual flight mo.
Did you do it right away? Because you have 1 year, right?
Yes. So, I got my visa September. I left the country May the following year.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
that's a
I
few
gave
months.
my time to I gave myself time to prepare.
Mhm.
Primarily kasi yung bonus sa work,
Ah,
inaantay ko
Okay.
pa. Yung year-end bonus kasi kapag sa trabaho ko kasi sa Pilipinas, pag nag-resign ka na hindi pa lumalagpak sa bank account mo yung bonus,
yeah.
wala na, hindi mo na makukuha siya. Kahit
Ah,
gaano
okay.
ka kagaling. So, inantay ko muna yung bonus. Yun yung main reason. And another thing is, nag-take din ako ng time. Halos sagad nga yun eh. Yung 1 year na pwede ako pumunta. Halos mag-expire na rin yung immigration visa ko. Pero, okay din kasi nakapag-prepare ako. Tapos naman ako sa mga taong dapat kong pagpaalaman. So, yun.
Anong mga papeles yung kailangan mong i-ready?
Ang
Nako.
dami.
Yan, papeles,
Like, madami
napakadami.
talaga.
Oo, as in, so ito sa express entry to, applicable to. So, ang natatandaan ko, papeles, yung kailangan mo ng ACA, yung Education Credential Assessment mo. So, ano yung ECA? Parang i-compare nila kung ano yung natapos mo sa Philippines,
Ah, okay.
kung ano equivalent niya sa Canadian education system.
Okay.
Kasi hindi
Did
porke
you use
graduate.
WS?
I did use WES, yes. WES. Kasi hindi porke nakatapos ka ng bachelor's degree sa Philippines, is bachelor's degree din ang equivalent niya dito sa Canada, no? May mga nakita ko sa online forums na, for example, graduate sila ng Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pero equivalent niya sa ECA is diploma course 2 years dito sa Canada.
Okay.
So ako, sinwerte ako, equivalent naman to bachelor's degree. So why is it important? Kasi ang express entry is all about points.
Point system.
Okay.
Yeah, point system. So based on your age, maraming factors, tapos magkakaroon ka ng points, and then yung points na yun, pag umabot ka sa limit, makakabibigyan ka ng invitation to apply, and then tsaka ka palang yung formal application, tsaka pa pala magagawa siya kapag meron ka ng invitation to apply. So, hanggat wala kang ITA, invitation to apply, technically, nakaano ka lang, nasa limbo ka lang, nag-aantay ka lang. So, yun, aside from Education Credential Assessment, English Proficiency, ano ginamit ko, IELTS, tapos, lahat ng, since foreign skilled worker ang ginamit ko para makapunta dito, nag-create ako ng, so mamimili ka kasi ng ng degree mo online. Tapos papakita mo yung work experience mo, kailangan i-prove mo sa immigration documents mo na may experience ka for this specific category. So meron tinatawag na NOC, so National Occupation Code.
Yeah.
Si
Familiar,
Canada,
very familiar of that. Yeah.
yes, so buong Canada sinusunod yun. Kahit anong province sa Canada. So, mapa-lawyer ka, mapa-engineer ka, mapa-baker ka, mapa-singer, flight attendant, merong code si Immigration Canada for that. So, yun. So, ako, ganun ang ginamit ko. Yun yung pinakamatagal eh. Tapos, yung mga work experience, lahat yun, kailangan signed documents. Tapos, police, yung NBI clearance, usual stuff, IDs, passport, at ito yung pinakamahirap. Yung, lalo na kapag mahilig ka magbiyahe, travel history. Kasi, nung time ko, exact dates ang hinihingi nila.
So,
Literal
hindi ba
na exact
nadedetect
dates.
yung sa, like, is there a way na meron bang agency yung gobyerno sa Philippines na based dun sa history ng passport mo? Like, they'll be able to generate that for you or?
It should be on
I
your
don't
passport.
know.
Kasi sa Philippines, they monitor you in and out eh. Unlike Canada.
Unless nag-i-imagine lang ako na may,
You can see the
possibility.
stamp on your passport sa
Okay.
Pilipinas.
The thing is, ang hihingin pa nila dito is 10 years worth of travel history ang hihingin sa'yo. At least 10 years. So, technically, di ba, passport natin passport sa Philippines is 5 years. So, kapag nag-expire na siya, natapon mo na. So, ewan ko kung paano mo gagawa ng paraan yun.
Bakit mo itatapon?
Kinakat yun, kinakat. Kinakat lang.
Yeah.
Or nilalagyan ng yung tawag dito, yung binubutasan.
Yeah.
Yung
Yeah.
front. Kapag
Hole
ibig
punch.
sabihin invalid na yung passport mo.
Mhm,
So,
yeah,
yun
yeah.
yung pinakamadugo doon. Kasi yun nga, nung time ko noon, ang hinihingi nila exact dates. So, ako talagang tinrace back ko. So, yung sinabi, ni Jerky na regarding sa stamp, okay si Philippines. Kaso may mga countries na hindi nagsastamp. Kapag kunyari nag-exit ka doon sa country na yun, so kung iisipin mo kung kailan yung date ng exit mo sa country na yun, tulad nung nagpunta ako sa Canada, umuwi na ako sa Philippines, wala namang stamp si Canada palabas ng Canada pagpabalik ng Philippines.
Yeah, but
So,
you have the
literal
stamp pagbalik ng Philippines.
Or
Right,
yung
pero
airplane tickets?
yes, boarding passes, airplane tickets, or yung mga e-tickets mo sa email mo, ganun yung ginamit ko.
Okay.
Yun yung tinrace ko. So yun yung isang madugong part dun, pero tapos naka-Excel spreadsheet and everything. So tinulungan naman ako ng agency, so may format sila. So
Okay.
but still, you can do it on your own, do it yourself. Talagang marami lang siyang information, marami kang babasahin, at saka madugo yung amount ng documents na ipoprovide mo. So ako parang yun yung naaalala ko na important. Pero marami pa kasi for example,
Yeah.
Okay. So,
kailangan
nung
mo
natanggap ka
mag-explain.
na, sorry, go ahead.
Hindi, sorry. Sige. So, ito na lang, last na lang. Tapos, kailangan pa ng letters of explanation kapag may checklist kasi yun eh. Pag hindi mo mapufulfill yung isang requirement sa checklist, normally, kailangan magpasa ka ng letter of explanation. Why? Why are you missing this?
Oh, okay.
Back
Naalala ko
statement
lang,
pa pala.
certificate of no marriage. That was
May mga ganun. Tapos, yung yung bank statement. So, ito pa, very important. Bank statement.
yeah, especially for you.
Yung perang yan. Kasi, papakita
Show
mo
money?
kailangan na
Yes, sort of.
dadalhin mo siya talaga dito. Kailangan, hindi lang siya bank statement. Tapos eventually, kailangan, dadalhin mo siya dito as a money. So, siguro later, pwede kong sabihin kung paano yung ginawa ko regarding sa money. Pero yung bank statements, very, muntik na kinabahan niya ako sa bank statement ko. Pero buti naman nakapasa. So, yun.
Okay. Okay. So, nung paperwork, okay, so it looks like may agency, submit ng papeles, finalo procedures, everything, and then dumating yung application result. So, tanggap ka. So, how did you feel?
I felt very happy. As in, sobrang, nung tinawagan ako nung sa agency, talaga napasayaw ako sa kwarto ko kasi sabi ko, yes! Sabi sa akin, sir, passport request ka na, sir. Sabi ko, yes! Tapos tinawag ko kagad nanay ko kasi sabi ko, yes, sabi ko, na-approve na ako.
Wala
Hindi ka
namang cold
nalungkot?
feet? Yeah. Or cold
No.
feet na parang, ito na, seryoso na to talaga, guys. Parang ganun.
So nung nakuha ko siya, so September ko siya nakuha, di ba? So September, nakuha ko siya, sobrang excited. So talagang pinaplano ko na. It's like, I'm looking for what cellphone providers meron sa pupuntahan ko. Tapos, ano yung mga banks, paano mag-open ng bank account. So, masaya. So, talagang parang adrenaline rush. Tapos, yung reality check, dumating siya sa akin late na. So, naka-resign na ako. 2 weeks na lang, aalis na ako. Tsaka ako biglang nalulungkot. Parang biglang sabi ko, ito na, ang pupuntahan ko hindi lang Cubao. Hindi lang siya na parang isang jeep lang makakauwi na ako sa amin. No, it's halfway around the world. And it's just going to be me. Sabi ko, as in, sumagi nga sa isip ko, gagawin ko pa ba siya? Sasakay pa ba ako ng plane?
Okay.
But eventually, naisip ko sumakay ng plane kasi motivation ko mahal. Mahal ang airfare.
Tapos, paano mo kinummunicate yung like na parang, oh, guys, alis na ako. Did you do it like prior to like your application na parang, uy, guys, bala kong maging immigrant somewhere else? Or in-announce mo na lang siya like nung nung ayos na yung mga papeles?
So, yung announcement niyan, parang unti-unti yung dissemination. So, sa parents ko, tsaka kapatid ko, alam nila kagad lahat ng plans. Tapos, yung sa part ng documentation, again, humingi ako ng signed documents of my work experience kasi sa work, requirement siya. So, kailangan ko sabihin sa line manager ko at work. Tsaka doon sa mga naging boss ko din before. So, kasi nanggaling ako sa dalawang areas o sa previous kong work, so 2 tao yung pinagsabihan ko. Nag-request naman ako na please keep it confidential kasi sabi ko naman, paano kasi kapag hindi natanggap, baka ma-jinx, alam mo na, yung mga ganun pag-iisip. At least hindi ka, parang yung sa'yo na, yung parang feeling mo na, okay, at least kung hindi natanggap, parang wala lang, okay, move on with my life. So, unti-unti ko sinabi ko lang karamihan nung magre-resign na ako.
Okay.
Nung nagsabit ako ng 4 weeks notice ko, Yun, tsaka na lang nalaman ng lahat sa work. Pero at some point, parang may nag-leak kasi may bigla nagtatanong sa akin, uy, magmamigrate ka daw? Bigla may nagtatanong sa akin,
Oh my
gano'n.
God, grabe
Tapos
mo
yung
na
itsura,
talagang takas, no?
tapos yung, alam mo yung mukha mo na parang
Sandal.
nakatulala ka lang, tapos hindi mo alam kung ano sasagot mo. Tapos change ko
Wow.
yung topic. So, ganun ko siya sinabi. Sa friends ko, sinabi ko din nung nakapasa na ako. Very close friends, alam na nila during the application process. Kasi kailangan ko na outlet Yung excitement, kailangan mo na outlet. Pero nung sinabi ko sa lahat, yeah. So, nung sinabi ko na rin sa lahat na parang saraling friends ko, says, hey, alis na ako ng country. Kasi sabi ko, what? Nagulat sila. Sabi ko, oo, alis na ako, blah, blah, blah. Tapos, ang una-una lang tanong is similar sa first question natin dito is, paano yung process mo? Ano yung ginawa mo? Kasi interesado din sila.
Interesado din sila. So, anong mga prep mo and then ano yung mga expectations mo like nung nagre-ready ka ng umalis?
Preparation. Yun nga, kauna-unahan, ano yung cellphone provider
Oh.
na kakapitan ko dito? Kasi chinecheck ko, sabi ko, mahal naman ang cellphone service sa
Totoo.
Canada.
Sobra.
Sabi ko, compared sa Philippines, sabi ko, parang mahal-mahal naman. So, paano ko na-gauge na mahal? For the same amount of data na nakukuha ko sa Philippines, mas marami pa nga sa Philippines, kasi babayaran ko dito, sabi ko, ang mahal.
More. Yeah.
Ang mahal ng per gig ng data dito, nagulat ako. Tapos, ano pa ba preparation? Bank accounts. So, ni-research ko lahat, bank accounts. Kasi, which bank? So, nag-stick ako doon sa major banks kasi yun yung commonly known pag nag-search ka online. Tapos, thirdly is, so first, second yun. Tapos, thirdly, meron kasi ako sa online forums na parang may mga nakikita ako sa Philippines, merong mga free seminars.
Okay.
Kapag nakakuha ka na nung COPR mo, yung Confirmation of Permanent Residence, papakita mo lang sa kanila yon, tapos free seminar. So, bakit siya free? Kasi funded siya by Immigration Canada.
Okay.
May mga group sa Philippines na ganun. Pupunta ka, tapos they will do an in-person seminar. Tapos it's good din kasi may makaka-interact mo yung mga taong magmamigrate din. In a
Did you
group
have to do
setting.
yung government na pre-departure?
Yes, yung PIDOS.
Or
Yes.
Yeah.
PIDOS. Sa,
That's actually helpful.
It is very helpful.
Yeah, it is.
Sigurado nagpidos ka din, jerky. So,
Yeah, I did.
sa akin,
Yeah, it was helpful.
required kasi
Yeah.
siya, di ba sabi, hahanapan ka ng sticker.
Yeah.
So, yun, nagpidos din ako. And, yeah, aside sa medical, no, yun. Tapos, bonding lang with my family and friends. Yun yung last part ng preparation ko. Kasi, syempre, technology is great, but iba pa rin pag physically kasama mo yung isang tao.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Totoo.
despedida dinner here and
Oh my
there.
God, napakaraming despedida. Natutuwa
Yeah,
ako sa friends ko.
same.
Parang pagod ako batid ng mga despedida. Ang dami.
Mhm.
Pero very thankful kasi na doon mo malalaman kung sino yung mga taong love ka talaga. So, yun yung preparation ko. Expectations ko, sobrang paano ba? Basta sobrang excited ko na parang ako kasi basta masaya. Sobrang saya. Expectations ko na parang ang ganda-ganda ng Canada, which is maganda naman talaga. Na-separate siya doon sa Philippines, which is, aminin natin, totoo, this is a fact. Third world country versus first world country. Iba talaga ang way of living.
Yeah.
So, yun yung major expectation ko. And the people are going to be very friendly. Yun yung isa. Okay naman, so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
Canadian, you're welcome.
mag-move on tayo sa next most recent, which is si Jerky.
Oh, ako ba? Okay.
Oo,
Yeah.
ikaw talaga.
Yes, it's your turn.
Paano ba? So, mine was really different, totally different from what P
Phil,
had yung experience. Kasi I was sponsored by my sister. Me and my nanay ko, kaming dalawa. So, I think nandito na yung ate ko and her family for almost 10 years. And then, she sponsored nga kami. I was 19 years old. Nasa university pa. And then doon nagsimula, wala kaming agency na kinuha. Yung ate ko magaling sa ganyan na mga bagay. Talagang on top of things siya. So siya lang yung nag-aasikaso. Siya lang yung nagpa-follow up sa akin na, punta ka dito, ito yung kailangan mo. And we're doing it sa over email. May messenger na ba nun?
Yahoo Messenger.
Meron na ba? Or
Oo,
Yahoo Messenger,
YM.
yeah.
YM.
So, ganun lang kami nagko-communicate na, or mag-message siya sa akin na email na, eto, you have to submit this. Tapos, bigyan niya sa akin yung checklist. Mag-uusap kami over Skype, over the phone, to check ano na yung status ng mga documents namin. And then, siguro, a few years after, nung nasubmit na namin initial documents, nawala na. Parang, okay, nag-graduate na ako, nag-work na, and then parang may pasulpot-sulpot na hihingin sila na, kailangan namin ng ganito, kailangan namin ng ganyan. So, ikaw, magpo-provide ka lang. And then, yung last na is, kailan ba? Siguro mga 2009 or 2010 na nanghingi sila ng medical na so, kailangan namin pa-medical ng nanay ko. And then, sabi ng ate ko, yan, mukhang yun na yun. Kasi, after nyan, usually, kung wala kang namang issue with your medical exam, usually, approved na yan eh.
Yep, that's correct.
2009. Kaso, nung 2009, nag-coincide siya dun sa career move ko na pumunta na Singapore at maghanap ng work. So, parang ako, let's see. Parang let's play it by ear ko nung whatever happens.
Okay.
Pero yun nga, sa akin, lang siya, nangyayari na siya in the background. Wala akong any expectations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, 2009 ka nag-apply?
No, 2000... Wait, nasa university pa ako, 19 years old.
2006.
Oh, okay.
Approximately.
2006.
Kasi magka-age kami ni Jerky eh. So,
Okay.
So, yun.
So, 2006?
approximately. 05, 06, yeah.
Tapos, kailan mo nakuha curious lang ako, kailan mo nakuha yung actual na visa or PR?
Visa 2010.
Ang layo.
Oh, wow, 4 years.
Tagal!
Tagal.
Matagal siya. Kaya nga hindi na namin inasahan na ma-approve pa siya.
Okay.
Sobrang
So parang wala,
tagal.
kaya ka wala rin expectation kasi hindi parang urgent na katulad nung kay Phil na parang, submit mo to, kailangan to, ganyan. Parang it was like kind of quietly running in the background so you don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, so may buhay ka, nag-work, life goes on. So parang nangyari nga lang siya in the background. So anyway, 2009, 2010, I think. So we got the medical exam request, and then after 1 month, we got the results.
Okay.
Ng exam, and then by November, I think they're asking for the passport na.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
So yung parang nag-start siya ng 2006, tapos after a few years, wala, tahimik. 2009, nagsimula ulit. And then in a few months time, for medical to approval, nandun na siya. We got
Anong
our
na-feel
visa, I think,
mo?
sometime November.
Oo nga, kumusta?
Anong na-feel mo na parang out of...
Ayoko pumunta ng Canada.
Oh, okay.
No, kasi nung bata ako, nung high school, nandito na yung ate ko. Nakikita ko yung mga pictures sila. Oh, snow, ang ganda-ganda na Canada. I want to go. Pero yung nangyari sa case ko niya, ang tagal. Parang ako, nawalan na ako ng amor.
Okay.
And then I have my life na
That's
sa Pilipinas. Nag-work na ako eh. Maayos na yung work ko, maayos na yung pay ko. Medyo stable na.
Tapos
So,
bigla
yung
kang...
tingin sa parang, gagawin ko ba to? Or or hindi? Kasi ang ayoko mangyari is masisi ako after. Na parang, nasa inyo yung visa mo, bakit hindi mo pa kinuha?
Oo. Yun din ba yung driving force? Bakit nag-decide ka na parang kahit parang initially half-hearted ka na parang, sige na nga, go na.
Yeah, yun din naman. At saka niya, yung nabagay ko kanina, nag-try akong maghanap ng work sa Singapore but I wasn't successful.
Okay.
So parang sabi ko, maybe ito talaga yung path ko.
Okay.
So anyway, so November or December may visa na ako. Hindi pa ako kaagad umalis. Umalis ako ng June the following year.
Oh, okay. Ang layo.
Yeah.
Bakit ang layo ng pagitan?
Well, unang-una, yung savings ko naubos sa Singapore.
Okay.
So, kailangan ko mag-build up ulit.
Yeah.
Mahal ang pamasahe.
Mahal yung pamasahe, totoo. Malaking magastos siya. Bawat galaw mo gastos, ganyan. And then, yun yung parang half-hearted ako kasi okay na yung work ko. Team lead na ako sa isang company. Parang, ano ba, sulit ba ito na pumunta? Kahit yung sister ko, ayaw niya masisi na parang, ayaw niya ako na mag-quit.
Okay.
Kasi sabi niya, punta ka dito sa Canada, hindi mo sure kung makakahanap ka na maayos na work. That's the reality.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
So, ganun naman siya. So, sinabi niya sa akin upfront na hindi porket nasa Canada ka masarap yung buhay mo, ganito, ganyan. Yeah. So, hindi niya sinugarcoat. Sabi niya, if you can go here without quitting, do it, and then come back kung hindi ka talaga successful sa Canada. At least may babalikan ka na work. Right?
Right.
And then ako
At least
naman
may choice.
nag-decide na ako na, sabi ko, it's okay. Let's take the risk. So, yun, lumipad na ako kasama yung nanay ko sa Canada.
So, paano mo kinumumikate dun sa mga, like, may marami ka bang pinagsabihan ng mga, like, malaki ba yung circle of friends mo? Like,
May friends ka ba doon?
May friends ka ba? May friends ka ba?
Yeah, may friends ka ba, Jerry?
Meron naman.
Oo.
Ano bang nangyayari? No, kasi since nga yung sister ko, matagal na nandito sa Canada, alam na ng mga friends ko ng mga high school na may possibility na pumunta ako dito. So, hindi na bagong balita sa kanila.
Okay.
So, expected na yun. Ang tanong na nga laging nila is, kailan ka pupunta? Kailan ka pupunta?
Kasi tagal na nung ate mo dito.
Yes. Ganun
Ay,
naman
application
sa
ang tagal
probinsya,
din,
diba?
diba?
Kapag may kamag-anak ka sa ibang bansa,
Expectations na yun na parang.
yes, na parang,
Kailan ka susunod?
ikaw na yung
Yun
sunod.
yung palagi yung tanong doon. Oh.
Diba?
Okay. And anong mga prep mo? Like, well, maliban dun sa mag-build up ulit ng savings, like, anything you need to do research. Kasi Phil, mukhang nag-research siya. Kasi, correct me if I'm wrong, Phil, wala ka technically kamag-anak dito, right? But you have, like, people that you know.
I already know one of our friends na nandito
Yeah.
and also another friend of mine na nag-move. No, klase ko siya sa university, then nag-move pala siya dito.
Yeah.
Pero yeah, nag-move ako dito, ako lang.
Yeah. So, sa'yo, Jay, it's very different kasi may family ka eh. Like, meron ka bang kailangang research na kailangan gawin or any other prep? May mga bilin ba yung ate mo na parang...
Wala naman masyado kasi bukod sa job hunting na, yun na yung ginawa ko. Kasi nga bidadat na naman ako na bahay.
Okay.
So, it's totally different from Philip na kailangan niya i-research paano ako maglaland, saan ako titira, anong bangko yung pupuntahan ko. Kumbaga, I have it easier compared to him. Na may family, may sumundo sa akin sa airport, may nagpakain sa akin, may nagbahay sa akin ng ilang buwan, I think, until nakahanap ako ng work. Yun, even yung yung pagkuha mo ng SIN, pagkuha mo ng ID, ano pa ba mga kailangan mo, bank account, tinulungan ako lahat ng kapatid ko.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good, yeah. At least may establishment kagad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, first impression ko na pagdating ko ng Canada, it was June. Tapos, it's so humid. Sabi ko, akala ko malamig sa Canada. Bakit ganun?
Yeah. Hello, surprise!
No, doon pa naman ako excited sa parang
Snow,
yung
di ba?
snow.
Lamig.
Yeah. Although alam ko naman syempre summer yun, but I did expect na ganun kainit. As in
Yung
parang
kainit.
40, 42.
Seryoso, totoo.
Ang init, wow.
Mainit siya.
Okay. Sino na next? I think si Kay ang susunod.
Yeah, ako yung susunod. So, ang story ko is yung dad ko, nauna siya actually dito sa Canada. Nagpunta siya rito under yung caregiver program. So, may nag-sponsor sa kanyang family na kailangan ng babysitter. So, siya yung parang live-in caregiver. So, nag-babysit siya, tapos may mga older individual din siyang inaalagaan. So, siya yung naging parang anchor namin dito. And once he spent some time here, Saka na kami pinetition. Unlike Jerky and Philip, wala akong alam masyado dun sa paperwork na involved for migration, kasi at that time I would say 17 or 18 years old, and I was busy with university at that time. So I would remember the times na biglang may darating na envelope na kailangan fill upan from the embassy, tapos as a family kami nung mom ko, nung sisters ko, tapos mag-fill up kami nung form. Yun yung naaalala ko, and then we would send yung mga naalala ko rin yung travel history. I didn't really travel outside Philippines much before ako nakarating dito. So walang masyadong history doon. So that was pretty straightforward for me. Timeline, I'm not really sure. Again, for me, yung mga legal processes behind it, it's like behind the curtain.
Okay.
Kasi I have my own life na nag-aral ako, university.
Tapos ba kinukwento ni yung mama mo na parang, ito na yung mga nangyayari, ito na yung update, parang ganyan?
Hindi masyado. It wasn't like, it's kind of weird for me kasi I always had the feeling na wala akong involvement dun sa decision namin na mag-migrate. Kasi nung nag-apply sila, parang sinabi na lang sa akin bigla na, okay, nag-apply tayo, pupunta tayong Canada pag na-approve or kung kailan man dumating approval. Tapos ako, I remember like, okay, yeah, whatever. So, I was going to university. It's always been the back of my head na parang, I might not be here in the Philippines forever. So it's always in the back of my head, but I never really thought about it. Okay. So nung dumating yung approval na, yung tanda ko yung kailangan magpa-medical, tapos hinihingi yung passport, I can remember that. Nung dumating yun, parang bigla may nag-hit ng fast forward dun sa buhay ko. And then I have to deal with all these things na parang, I need to get my stuff together na kailangan ko na magsimulang magsabi sa mga tao na na-approve yung application, I'm gonna be leaving in this date. So, parang biglang nag-fast forward yung buhay ko kasi there's only a limited amount of time since nung na-confirm na tapos nung alis kami. Kasi the funny thing is that yung graduation ko from university sometime end of March. And then, I remember, nung gumraduate ako, yung damit ko is yung, hindi siya formal attire. Kasi, naka-impake na lahat ng gamit ko. Because 2 days after is yung flight namin papuntang Canada.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, minadali namin. I don't know why, pero I think my mom was afraid na kung hindi sila umalis kagad baka bawiin or something. I think may paranoia siyang ganun. Kaya nung nakuha niya yung approval, she was like, okay, let's do this and we'll revoke right away. Yeah.
Na kayo.
So, yun nga, fast forward talaga. So, yun yung experience ko. And I think that's...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anong mga... marami ka bang, may mga pinagsabihan ka ba na nag-a-apply kami, guys. Or like, parang sinabi mo na lang nung na-confirm. And then, anong mga reaction ng mga friends mo?
May sinabihan ako nung, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think mga 4 or 5 years din yung application process namin eh. Kasi,
matagal din.
Yeah. Kasi tanda ako nung high school ako, nabanggit ko sa mga ibang friends ko na, may possibility na pumunta akong Canada, ganyan. But I was saying it nonchalantly kasi hindi pa sure, di ba? So, hindi ako nagsasabi na, yeah, we're gonna go. I was saying it like, there's a possibility. So, kaya yun nga, I was always putting it in the back of my head kasi like ayokong umasa. And then nung nung university, mangilan-ngilan lang. Hindi ko naman hindi ko naman pinagsabi. Hindi ko naman binroadcast. Kasi I don't see a point. Yeah, I don't see a point. Pero nung finally na-approve na, I remember yung may mga tao na nalaman lang na aalis ako nung graduation ko ng university. Tapos gulat na gulat sila. I'm like, pumunta ka ng Canada? Tapos, sige, kailan despedida mo? And I was like, yeah, yung flight ko is sa Friday. And they're like, what? So that was kind of funny. And I think that also helped me kasi yung hindi na ako nagdodel na parang, miss kita, ganyan, alis na ako. Wala nang dodel-dodel na ganon. We were like, okay, we're gonna go right now. And I'm like, okay. Parang hindi ko na-process masyado. Yeah, gotta go fast. Hindi ko na-process masyado. So, hindi ako masyadong nalungkot from the time na yun na-approve kami sa kanong eventually na pumunta kami rito.
Okay.
Yes.
May mga expectations ka ba? Like, even though like sobrang
fast forward ng buhay mo pagkatapos.
Expectations? To be honest, not much. Kasi nung umalis ako, wala akong work experience.
Ooh,
like I was fresh out of university. So I didn't have any expectations. Siguro nga kung may expectations is yung galing sa mom ko na sinasabi niya na it's a new country, so mahirap buhay doon. You're prepared to wag ka mag-expect na you're gonna get a job in your chosen field right away. Baka magtrabaho ka sa McDonald's for a few years, ganyan, bago mo makuha yung gusto mo talaga. So, I guess expectation is more on fear. Saka, yeah. And again, hindi ako I didn't have much experience communicating in English in the Philippines kasi like, diba? Why? And hindi ako nagtrabaho sa company. So, yun nga yung I was expecting na may konting issue towards getting used to the language. So, that's one of my expectations. And yeah, yung friends part, I was expecting it to be kinda sad kasi I'm leaving everyone that I knew back in the Philippines, tapos wala akong kakilala sa Canada. Wala kami. May mga friends yung dad ko rito na pero I think yung mga friends niya walang mga they don't have people my age dun sa circle na yun. So, yun nga, I had to start from zero, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Kay, for sharing. So, last for our first part of the immigration moving away, si A.
Ang
Ikaw
pinakamatagal,
naman.
pinaka-senior.
Yes, senior citizen.
Backstory? What's the backstory?
Wag kang tumawa, Jay. Wag kayo tayo. Suntukin kita.
I know.
Wag kang tumawa. Wag. I opted na ako yung pinakahuli kasi I think feeling ko dahil pa bago-bago kasi yung regulations ito sa Canada, like I don't think my story would be relevant in terms of like kung anong paperwork. Pero yung prior to recording, like a few weeks ago, I was asking my dad and my mom, sabi ko, ano ba mga papeles na inano nyo? And they weren't very cooperative, pero hindi ko kasi sinasabi kasing tungkol sa podcast. All they kept saying is, anakting na mo na lang doon sa website. And I was trying to like get information. Ano yung ginawa natin before? Sabi ko, I know, updated na yung ngayon. Anyway, so, mahirap mangguthot ng info. Pero, as far as I could remember, kasi a little bit different dun sa experience ni Kay, kasi yung mom ko actually, she was she was updating me regularly even though I don't necessarily understand yung mga implications ng mga updates. So anyway, when they said na ako yung pinakamatagal dito, so I've been in Canada for, mga 17 years na this October. So, nag-move yung parents ko. I don't think there were any plans of moving anywhere. Pero yung dad ko kasi has been an OFW for like a long time. And then, meron silang family friend na nagbakasyon ng Pilipinas, maybe around 2001 or 2002. So, mga summer yon. So, ano ba ang summer sa atin? March, di ba?
Yep.
Tapos parang, like, nagbigay lang na parang namigil lang nung papeles kasi yung isang province dito sa Canada, meron silang tinatawag na provincial nominee program. So, the way they try to attract immigrants is different from the other provinces kasi mag-a-apply ka diretso sa province. So, so I think sa ating apat, dun medyo nagkaiba kasi may mga, if I'm not mistaken, kung mag-a-apply ka within Canada, depende sa kung saang stream ka mag-apply, you can technically go wherever. Whereas, kung mag-apply ka ng provincial nominee, meron kang targeted place to
Right.
go.
Targeted province, yes.
Yeah, so dun sa province na yun nakatira yung family friend. So parang, sige, submit lang. Like, we'll see. Like, kung may mangyari, then we'll just, medyo like, kapag may nangyari, then let's just think of it na mas seryoso if something comes up na positive. So, nung time na yun kasi nagbakasyon yung tatay ko sa Pilipinas, like from dun sa OFW work niya. So, nag-fill-upan ng form, tapos hanggang sa bumalik niya siya dun sa saan siya nagtatrabaho, which is also sa Middle East. Tapos, bakasyon na ng high school, and then, nabanggit lang nung nanay ko na parang, anak, may pinirma kaming ganyan-ganyan. I'm like, okay, like, and I was like, maybe 14, magpi-15 years old ako, so parang like, as a 15-year-old, na intindihan mo ba yun? Like, hindi. So, I'm like, okay. I think I told maybe 1 or 2 friends na, syempre, pag high school kayo, everything is like a big deal, di ba? So, parang nung binanggit ko, parang automatic, alis ka na! Paano na yung pangarap nating magpunta tayo sa isang university? Mga ganong charot na drama. So, parang, I don't know. Like, hindi ko alam. We'll see. Like, I mean, kahit na, like, hindi ko naman kontrolado yun, di ba? Kasi, pag nag-apply, sabi ko, sasabihin ko, no! Ganyan. But, alam mo na, childhood na, pagiging naive. And then, as far as I remember, mga third year high school na. So nag-apply yung parents ko parang end ng second year ko, which is 2001, I believe. Tapos, so wala. Parang nagkaroon ng beep ng mga 1 or 2 buwan, 3 buwan. And then, sinabi na lang ng nanay ko na parang, anak, meron na tayong file number. So, which means, natanggap yung initial application, so kailangan na namin mag-submit ng requirements. So, dito na pumasok yung sinasabi ko kanina na kapag may positive na result, saka seseryosohin nung magulang ko yung application. Yeah. So, in terms of like paperwork, natatandaan ko kailangan mag-submit ng, hindi nag-exam yung dad ko ng TOEFL or like kung ano man yung English testing.
Right.
Pero, gumawa siya ng letter or I think naghanap siya ng magpo-provide ng certificate to verify na dahil nagtatrabaho siya abroad, he has to use English in his as medium of communication to prove na he can actually conduct businesses in English. So, meron siyang ganong ganap. Yung dad ko yung ginawang main applicant kasi siya yung mas bata between siya tsaka nung mom ko. And then, nung time na yun, dahil provincial nominee, dun din papasok yung point system kasi tinignan nila yung education background ng parents ko tsaka yung work background nila. And because they graduated with engineering degrees and na-practice naman nila yung dad ko, nag-engineer siya sa Philippines for a bit bago siya nag-move sa ibang bansa na medyo related sa engineering pero not necessarily, more of like quality control. Tapos yung mom ko, engineering yung natapos niya, so industrial. So yung work niya for 23 years related din doon. So ang laki nung points kasi nung time na yun hindi pa skilled workers yung hinahanap nung Canada. Ang hinahanap nila yung may mga professional degrees like engineers, doctors, ganyan. So doon pa lang sobrang nag-surge na yung points nung parents ko, like yung family namin. Kaya from the time na nag-apply and like nakatanggap ng file number, I think nung nag-hit yung 2002, so fourth year high school na ako noon. So I was 16. Alam ko na at some point, pagka-graduate ko nung high school, aalis na kami ng Pilipinas. And medyo crucial yung high school na fourth year, di ba? Kasi kailangan mo mag-exam. Parang, kasi kailangan mo mag-aral. And then, nag-iisip na yung nanay ko na parang wag na akong papuntahin university kasi parang sayang pera. Kasi, nung time na yun, hindi namin alam kung kailan i-issue yung visa. So, parang, any point in time, pwedeng lumabas yung visa. Parang gano'n. So, ang target that time, wag nang mag-university. Tapos, parang tapusin na lang yung high school and then,
Magantay na lang.
Oo. Pero, pinag-exam pa rin ako nung nanay ko ng nag-entrance exams pa rin ako ng university. So, 3 university tsaka isang college. And then, nung patapos na yung high school, dumating yung visa. Tapos, kailangan, kasi di ba parang kailangan mo nang mag-medical, ganyan.
Yep.
Tapos, nung na-clear yung medical, saka na yung visa. So, nung high school, alam na nung mga, and then, tapos dumating yung mga entrance exam results. So, parang nag-iisip na parang, aalis ba tayo pagka-graduate? And then, parang sabi nung, for a while, sabi ko, hindi ba pwedeng i-postpone sandali? Kasi sayang naman yung mga binayad na in-exam. Nangatwiran pa ako. Sayang yung mga binayad na in-exam. Tapos kasi nakapasa ako sa, magandang university. So, yung isa doon, talagang gusto kong punta. Sabi ko, hindi nyo ba ako pwedeng papasukin doon kahit isang sem lang?
May experience lang.
Oo. So, may mga discussion pa na parang, wag na, mag-aral ka na lang ng computer dyan sa may SM kasi, kung naiinip ka.
Aalis ka rin naman
Oo. Tapos parang ako, hindi ako pag-aaralin sa ganyan. So, kasi parang, kung nakapasa naman, hindi naman sa dinadown ko, pero parang, kung nakapasa naman, at may means naman to go there, at mukha namang hindi pala urgent pumunta, kasi parang meron atang time frame kung kailan ka pwedeng pumunta bago mag-expire yung visa.
Yes.
Ako, pumunta na tayo, ganyan. Paralin nyo na ako, sayang naman. Tapos, di nag-relent. So, natanggap namin yung visa siguro mga around March. Pero hindi kami umalis until October. So, I was able to buy some time. Although may mga close friends ako na alam na aalis kami. Although I was nung mga time na to, nung natanggap na yung result, mixed emotions din eh. Kasi, hindi ko alam, tapos, parang peak pa siya nung adolescent life. So, parang malungkot ka, tapos buwisit ka, yung sobrang teenage angst
hormones pa, may hormones
level
pa
999, ganyan. Tapos, malungkot, tapos, yung inis ka, ganyan, tapos, ang daming mga senaryo sa utak mo na para ano mangyayari, ganyan. So, walang definite, feelings kasi halo-halo siya. And then, yung galit pa nga is more of lagi kasi sinasabi nung nanay ko, kaya nag-move kasi para sa yung dalawa ng kapatid mo, ganyan. And then, may mga teenage hangs sa para, ba't di nyo mo lang tinanong yung opinion namin? May mga ganun pang ganun. sobrang teenage angst level talaga. So, asar-asar pa. Tapos, nung nag-college ako, I had to move away from home, during the week. Tapos, nauwi ako ng weekend. So, I eventually, fast forward ng October, malungkot nung leading to that, pero nalala ko nung actual na umalis kami dun sa bahay. Nalala ko yung labandera namin, umiyak talaga. Kasi kumakaway talaga siya. Umiyak siya. Kasi alam niya na, hindi niya kayo matagal, kung makakapagbakasyon matagal bago hindi makita umiyak. Pero I wasn't emotionally, with like yung mishmash ng emotions na yun, it wasn't present nung physically umalis ako ng Pilipinas. And it was almost like a blur. Expectations, I was more worried about my education kasi parang nasa gitna ako ng pag-aaral and then I got taken away from that situation.
You got uprooted, yeah.
Then you
Tapos
may have to
parang-
start again.
Yeah, tapos parang niremind nila na parang, may mga scare na stories pa na tipo, hindi ka kagad makakapag-university kagad doon, baka bumalik ka ng high school, yada. So parang, I was dreading that, kasi I'm like, alam mo naman yung media ng North American like high school na pinapalabas sa atin,
Yeah.
diba? It's all like
May mga
bullying, like
yeah.
people
I
in
had
the
that
hallway, and I was like, oh my God. So, more of like, ang expectations ko na at that point, tapos parang, survive ba ako in a way na parang, I mean, it's more of like emotionally and mentally, not necessarily as much as like yung doubts sa skills. Tapos, like, yeah, so, and then, kaya siguro, like, tapos, wala, like, teenager, diba? So, parang, yung family na, nag-abot ng papeles, although may mga anak sila na malapit sa age ko. Because, they grew up here in Canada, like, sobrang, hindi ka makarelate. So, it was a little bit difficult. So, preparation, really, it was my mom who took care of everything. Like, parang, and when I say preparation, more of like, yung mga stuff na kakailanganin for day-to-day, yung mas pinrioritize versus like sa personal items na valuable to me as an individual. So, I was, yeah. So, anyway, yun siya. So, that was like 17 years ago.
Wow, tagal na, no?
Ay, tagal
Pero
na.
you can still
tagal.
remember some of the points, which is, yun nga, yun
Yeah.
yung ingrained sa utak mo.
Kasi siya eh, like, specific point in your life siya eh. So, I don't think it would be something that's easily na makakalimutan. Medyo blur yung mga few years after that. Pero, I mean, all in all, parang, for a 16, nung nag-move na kami dito, 17 years old na ako. So, for a 17-year-old, sobrang life-changing and life-defining siya. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So di kunyari, so yun na yung story nating lahat, nakarating na tayo dito. So, ano naman, interesado ako malaman kasi ako, meron din ako sariling way of coping pagpunta ko dito. So, paano naman kayo nag-cope doon? Simulan naman natin ngayon, pabaliktad tayo. Kay A tayo mag-start.
Nako.
Ano yung mga coping mechanisms niya?
Gusto niya talaga ng mga teenage acts.
Oo. Tsaka yun nga, yung kung anong ginawa mo.
I was still mad. I was mad for like maybe 2 or 3 years. My first 2 or 3 years here in Canada. So, medyo nag-calm down na ako nung mga early 20s. So, coping mechanisms, internet. Nung nag-high school kasi ako, I was one of the few people na may internet sa bahay. So, and you know how slow that is, right? And then, nung dumating ako dito, I'm like, oh my God, ang bilis ng internet! I can download everything! Tapos at the same time, I'm still mad, diba? So,
LimeWire.
yeah, nung high school ako, so mga 20, again, during the course ng application, I'm actually playing around with HTML and web design. So, I actually started blogging before blogging was even a thing. But hindi ako part nung popular group. So, nung nag-move ako sa Canada, sobrang daling mag-design kasi madali ka makakuha ng resources for designing. Tapos, ang daming websites na available for you. So, I started blogging a lot. Pero hindi ako celebrity blogger during the times. More of like, and then palipat-lipat ako ng platform, and then at the same time, I've been designing websites as I've been buying a lot of books.
Right.
I don't, although, kasi, nung sa Philippines, like, wala akong perang pambili ng libro. So, nung dumating ako ng Canada and eventually nagkaroon ako ng part-time job, like, I can buy whatever I want. That's like very game-changing for me. Kasi hindi ko kailangan humingi ng allowance sa nanay ko. I can work, and then, although sobrang baba ng minimum wage that time, I mean, compared sa ibang provinces, I think. But yeah, basically, I can buy stuff that I want with kahit na luho siya without asking my mom for money. So, I kinda, medyo dun ako nag-float. I mean, may mga naging friends ako nung high school, pero isa or dalawa lang yung nag-stick kasi we ended up going to the same university. But I was pretty much alone. I was like, yeah, yung epitome talaga nung teenage angst na parang, ayoko dito, like yung mga tao sa school, they're stupid, all they think about is like boyfriends and girlfriends, like going out, like, and I'm like, you guys are all stupid. yun yung parang anger yung nag-fuel sa akin. And then, nung dumating ako ng university, medyo, nagbago siya. It did help na may connection sa internet kasi for a while, I was able to email a few friends. But, kasi dahil everyone's in college na, wala namang time mag-internet yung mga tao sa Philippines that time. Puro text. So, maraming relationship na medyo nag-fall apart. Tapos, although, shortly after that, naging popular yung Friendster.
Testimonials.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
testy.
I was active dun sa ganon. Dun, yung parang umpisa ng social media. And then, tying dun sa blogging, a family friend actually gave me a digital camera. So, I actually started taking pictures. Tapos, sarang sinasama ko dun sa mga blog
Sa
entry
blog mo.
ko. Tapos, pag namamasyal kami ng magulang ko, naglilitrato kami. Kinukuha ko sila ng litrato, ganyan. Tapos, ina-upload ko sa Facebook kasi para makita ng mga friends ko na parang, this is where I am ngayon, ganyan. I think, even though I was like mad about everything, I think isa sa mga pinaka-positive thing na nangyari is that, okay yung relation, naging, for someone na sobrang galit sa mundo, naging okay actually yung relationship ko with my mom. Kasi, yung, bago pinanganak yung sister ko, I've been a single child. So, tapos very strict yung mom ko, specifically. So, somehow, nung dumating nung Canada, medyo nag-tone down siya in a way eh. So, hindi ko rin alam kung dahil may kapatid na rin, or she has other stuff to do, or siguro parang shared or communal experience in a way na parang, pag nahihirapan yung mom ko, nagkukwento siya sa akin. So, parang,
Kasi kayo-kayo na lang dito eh.
yes,
Wala na
yes.
siya ibang
Hindi kagaya
maka-reach
sa
out.
Pilipinas na punta ka kapitbahay. Chika-chika. Ganyan.
Yeah, and hindi naman niya makakausap yung sister ko kasi that time, she was in grade school. So, ano bang alam ng 8 years old, diba? Tapos, nung time na yun kasi umalis for a bit yung dad ko. So, pag land namin ng Canada, umalis yung tatay ko a month after kasi tinapos niya yung kontrata niya sa Middle East. So, it was just me, an 8-year-old, and my mom. Tapos, so, can you just imagine and yung mom ko naman, like, hindi rin siya ganun. Although, engineer siya, hindi naman kasi nag-i-English madalas sa workplace niya, diba? So, can you imagine, like, as a mom with, like, 2 kids na being alone in this new country. But, we did it. So, by the time na bumalik yung tatay ko, nakaalis na kami ng apartment kasi nakabili na yung nanay ko ng bahay. Ganong yeah, like, so, within 3 months, maybe, or 5, within 3 months, naka-move out kami dun sa bahay ng friend ng mom ko. And then, yeah, and then apartment, and then bahay. So, yeah. So, kaya parang in a way, yung galit ko, medyo nag-tone down ng konti. Pero hindi siya never siyang nag-direct sa parents ko, I think. So, medyo nag-calm down ako in a way. So, anyway, yun lang.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for sharing, A. So, again, pabaliktad tayo.
Yeah.
So, ang dami natin natutunan kay A sa mga naranasan niya. Kay K naman tayo.
Okay.
Ano naman yung mo? So, start with coping mechanisms, what changed, anong ginawa mo pagdating mo dito?
Okay, so as I said before, medyo sudden, for me, feeling ko sudden yung pag-alis ko, para akong forcibly na, well, not really forcibly, but
You don't really have a
I mean,
choice.
yeah,
You
I
take
didn't
it or you
really have a
leave it.
choice. Yeah, so parang pinlock ako from, inaprut ako, tapos tinransplant ako somewhere else. Yun yung feeling ko. So, yung coping mechanisms ko is kinda similar in a way. Like, I figured na the fastest way to adapt to this new country that I'm in is to forget that I ever lived in the other country. So, cold turkey ako, hindi ako nagparamdam sa mga friends ko. Well, I was talking to them a few months in, pero after a while na-realize ko na eto na yung buhay ko. I need to concentrate to what's here in front of me right now. So, I kind of dropped off their radar. Hindi ako
Wow.
nagpo-post sa Facebook. Hindi na ako madalas nagme-message sa kanila. Saka I figure na yung age namin nun, yung age group namin na yun is nagsisimula na silang maghanap ng work, mag-asa-asawa, or having kids even, which I can understand na parang yun yung time na if you don't really have this strong connection, you kinda drift apart eventually. So, ganun yung
So you
nangyari
sort of
ko.
isolated yourself from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in-isolate nila yung sarili nila. That's how I
Okay.
think about it. But yeah, I isolated
Medyo
myself.
Perspective.
kaiba yung...
It's
Oo.
them, not me.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
cold turkey. Like, I dropped it, and nung pagdating ko rito for a month or so, medyo nagkulong ako sa bahay kasi takot akong lumabas. And I was trying to apply for jobs. Walang nagre-respond masyado kasi sino bang interested sa worker na kararating lang, walang job experience, tapos yung university, he comes from a university that they've never heard of before,
yeah.
right?
Right.
So,
But you finished
I tried
university, right?
Yeah,
Before coming here.
sa Philippines, yeah.
Okay.
Pero dito, syempre, hindi nila kilala yon. Saka, I didn't have hindi ko pa napapa-assess yung education ko.
Mm-hmm.
So, hindi ko pa alam kung equivalent ba siya sa university dito or something, right? So, eventually, after applying for a few months, so medyo minabaan ko yung standards ko. So, kasi dati I was trying to get into one of the bigger financial institutions dito sa Canada, and I was like, okay, I'm not getting any replies, so siguro babaan ko rin yung standards ko. So nagsimula ako mag-apply dun sa yung mga
lesser
usually
known
na pang part-time.
Yeah.
Hindi nga financially, yung mga cook, yung mga dishwasher, ganun. Yun yung mga ina-apply ko kasi I figured na it's better to have something rather than just sitting at home wishing for a job that may never come, right?
Yeah.
So, fortunately, may nakuha akong work na procurement. Medyo scam nga siya eh. Kasi I was being paid well under the minimum wage. And hindi employee tawag sa akin contractor. So I guess yun yung way nila para mabayaran ako ng mababang wage. So I worked
Without
there
the
for
benefits.
without the benefits, and I didn't have any taxes taken out of my so yung first tax
Wild.
return ko,
Wild.
tax return, oh my god, that was a shock. Like, I think I had to pay a few $100, which was a few $100 that I didn't have that time. So, medyo na-shock ako. So, yun. But eventually...
but they gave you a T4. Hindi lang din sila nagdi-deduct ng tax mo.
Hindi nga eh.
Wala ka rin
T4? Wala akong T4. Ano lang, cash yung bayad sa akin. Cash yung bayad sa akin. Yeah. So, totally lost ako. Anyway, after doon, I decided na wala kang patutunguhan yung job na yon. So, and I can't even use it as my reference.
Experience.
Kasi, so, yun, bumalik ako sa college dito. I studied for like 3 years, and yung kinuha ko is may co-op program. So, co-op is, for those who don't
Parang
know,
practicum sa atin.
parang practicum, parang practicum. So, doon ko nakuha yung current, that was my foot in the door for dun sa company na I'm currently with.
That's good.
Relationships with the people I've left behind. Actually, I can't really say much about that kasi nga cold
Kasi nga,
turkey.
kinat off mo nga eh. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Although, yun, natuwa rin ako na yung like yung perang kinikita mo rito, like you could buy to a reasonable extent whatever you want. So that's something I appreciated. And and actually English was a tough one for me kasi may inferiority complex ako na sabihin ko na that time marami kong instances na I was communicating in English to someone tapos paulit-ulit sila na, what did you say? Please say again.
It happens to me.
na ano ko ron. That threw me in for a loop kasi parang ano ba, mahina ba ako magsalita? Mali ba yung pronunciation ko? Mali ba yung accent ko? So that was one big hurdle that I was trying to clear.
Yeah, I think I
Your
also
confidence.
experienced that.
Ikaw naman, Jay.
Ako na ba ulit?
Thank you.
Oo, ikaw
Thank
na
you,
ulit.
Well, ako, I think it's hindi naman totally opposite, but medyo kakaiba siya compared kay na experience. Especially na nag-work na ako sa Pilipinas bago ako dumating dito. And then when it comes to relationships, first few years ko is talagang naka-attach pa rin ako sa mga tao sa Pilipinas. Yung mga friends ko. So, sa kanila ako nagsasabi, dito wala akong friends.
May friends ka ba? Okay.
Sa Pilipinas, may yung mga friends ko na kasama ko pa rin is yung mga high school. More on high school friends ako nag-rely talaga for support. Pero dito wala. Kaya, I was miserable. And then, mahirap maghanap ng work. On top of that, nako-compare ko na yung sarili ko na parang, sa Pilipinas, ito na yung ginagawa ko eh. Nag-work na ako, kumikita na ako ng ganito. I want the same here.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's parang, siguro pag may nakakarinig, nagkikrish na parang, masyado mayabang. Babaan mo, yung kagaya ginawa nga ni Kevin, babaan mo yung standards mo. I'm willing to do that, but you know what? Sabi ng sister ko, which I appreciate, kung mag-work ka ng ibang work na hindi kagaya ng ginagawa mo, don't take it. Walang masama doon kung kukuhanin mo yon, but I'm saying na kapag ginawa mo yan, mapupunta ka na sa linya na yan, and then eventually, baka magsisi ka pa.
Okay.
So, ganda naman yung intention niya. Hindi ibig sabihin na dinadown niya yung ibang work na hindi ka pareho nung dati kong work. Sinasabi niya na sa akin na person niya, parang she knows me na parang baka hindi ko magustuhan. And then, mas stuck na ako sa ganun. Yun naman yung iniiwasan niya na mangyari, which I'm happy that I listened to her. Because after 2 months, I think na, miserable, walang kaibigan, walang kausap, and I lived in Mississauga, which you guys know that I really hate. I hate
Saan?
that place.
Saan, Jerry?
Sa M.
Kailangan mo ng passport doon.
Yeah.
Sa M.
Yeah.
Sa M.
Anyway, so after 2 months, nakahanap naman ako ng work, and it's a contract position, walang benefits din.
Right.
And then yung
Usually
pay
naman.
is, kapag, again, nako-compare ko siya sa Pilipinas, I was almost earning the same when it comes to money amount when you convert, pero ang mahal dito sa Canada.
Mahal
Right?
ang bili.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is so true.
So, I think for the next, so 2011 ako dumating, nagka-work ako 2011 then until 2015, palipat-lipat ako ng work na contract positions, hindi, full-time siya pero hindi, full-time pero hindi permanent. Ngayon, tama ba?
Yeah.
So wala kang
Contract,
benefits,
yeah,
right?
contract. We just call it contract, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was miserable until 2015. Itago na lang na I was toxic talaga na parang, kaya hindi lang ako nakikipagkaibigan sa mga tao dito kasi I know I'm toxic na parang puro negative yung sinasabi ko. Kasi I always wanted to go back. I almost did in 2015. But I decided to stay kasi may na-meet ako na ibang tao and then na-meet ko kayo, na-meet ko sila Si Andrew.
Oh.
Yeah, it's meeting
Oh.
the right people.
Oh, hugs.
Kasi may may support system ka na di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah. Na
So,
nakaka-relate
naman
din
yung-
sa'yo.
Yeah, so yung mga may siguro less than 5 people yung constant communication ko sa in constant communication ko with sa Pilipinas. Nakakausap ko pa rin sila during that times, and then yun nga, it helps na may nakilala ka dito na mga tao.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
And then yun nga, mga on and off na mga tao, itago na lang natin sa initials na Tito B.
Tito B!
Yeah.
Tito
Shout
B.
out Tito B!
Yeah, shout out Tito B
Special
kung nasaan
mention
ka
pa.
man ngayon. Huwag kang mag-text sa akin. Yeah, I think yung
Sa bahay mo daw.
nasa bahay ko ba? Hindi ako aware.
Nasa couch mo daw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
So,
yun.
thanks.
So yung job
Yeah.
hunting, disappointed ako sa job hunting sa Canada. Ang sistema nila dito is you have to have the right connections.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hindi ka magsa-stand out lang ng resume mo or yung skills
Yeah.
mo.
That's true. That's how I got my first job.
Especially nung time na yon, I don't know if you've heard the software, yung Taleo.
Yeah, I know Taleo. Yes, I know
hated
Taleo.
it.
I'm
Yung ba
not-
yung
I'm not a
may
big fan
artificial
of it.
intelligence or something?
Yeah.
Para
Yeah, that's like
mag-screen?
an algorithm
Kind of.
na
The
May
online,
algorithm siya.
Mhm.
kailangan ka ma-pick nung whatever logic ng algorithm na yun. If you,
I'm
if
not
you
a
can
fan
of
that.
pass through that,
So-
then sorry ka, kahit gaano ka kagaling.
Kung wala
You'll
kang
never see the
keyword,
light
ano.
of day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too bad.
Anyway, so I don't know if it's still like that. For the longest time, hindi pa ako naghahanap
I think
ng
so.
work ulit.
I think so. Kasi talagang, I mean, with ako, like, since nasa HR ako na field, I think may mga ibang companies na, or may, I know sa HR, medyo pinupush yung AI, but it really depends on the company. But that's a total different story na.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
anyway.
Anyway, yeah. So, na ano ko na kasi yung job hunting na job hunting
Yeah.
Na part. So, yeah. Connections and networking. Yun din. Ako kasi mahirap akong, although mabilis ako makipag-communicate sa mga tao, hindi ako basta-basta nakikipag-friends. But I had to because yun nga, networking.
May
So,
mga
Kasi sa coping.
hard realities ka bang na-realize dito na hindi mo na-realize dun sa previous life mo sa Philippines?
Wala naman na masyado. It's just yung magnitude niya. Na pero kasi parang exposed na ako sa totoong buhay kasi nagtatrabaho na nga ako, di ba?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So, nasa outside world naman na ako. So, dito, iba lang, nasa ibang, I guess, ibang environment ka lang. So, para mag-adjust ka lang, but it's basically the same.
Different place,
Right.
same shit, ah?
Parang ganun.
Okay. So,
Okay,
ano na pinakahuli natin, si P, like,
Oh. So ako siguro thanks thanks din kay Jerky sa pag-share ng kanya tsaka kay Kay. So ako naman very brief lang kasi recently pa lang din naman coping mechanism. So since I came here yung technology boom na so madaling mag-cope. Madali mag-cope kasi lahat ng ways para makapag-video call, makapag-call, as long as may internet connection ka, magagawa mo na siya kahit anywhere in the world. So, sa akin, kung tutuusin, yung challenges lang is, of course, syempre nag-iisa ako dito. I have to do everything on my own. Kahit may friends ka, kahit may makakilala ka, of course, hindi naman sila palagi nandyan sa'yo. Willing silang tumulong kung may time sila. Pero since I'm busy ng mga tao dito, so, I've learned to ask help, which is hindi ko ginagawa noon nung nasa Philippines ako. Pero at the same time, I've learned how to, na kapag nag-ask ako ng help, pwedeng maging yes or no yung answer. Which is nagiging okay lang sa akin kahit anong maging sagot nila. Pero, yun yung main major coping mechanism ko is to ask for help and to learn how to accept help. Kasi pag hindi mo in-accept, yung sasabihin palaging mataas ang tingin mo sa sarili mo na hindi kaya ko kasing gawin mag-isa, wala kang mararating. kapag nag-migrate ka sa isang country or at least I think in general sa buhay mo, yun at some point in your life you need to learn how to ask help. So yun yung major coping mechanism ko. What has changed in my relationships? So far again, boom na boom ang internet, ang technology. So
Internet number 1.
yes. So kaya nga 'di ba yung babalik ako doon sa kung ano yung pinakamagandang cellphone provider na may pinakamaraming internet kagad kasi I need it. I need the internet. Maliban sa pakikipag-communicate, streaming music, kasi anong magagawa ko kapag ako lang nag-iisa? Kasi ako nag-iisa. So, relationships, okay naman. It has changed na to the point na, syempre may mga hindi na kayo dalas mag-usap ng mga taong kausap mo before dun sa Philippines. Pero kasi, ano naman you're making time para magkaroon ka rin ng buhay dito. Yun na lang yung naisip ko. So, sila din, so they have their own separate lives. So for me here, ako naman, I make my own life here kasi dito na ako titira eh. So hindi pwedeng na lahat lang nakakilala ko nandun. So very thankful naman ako na nakilala ko kayo kasi at least naging part din siya ng hugs. Sa coping mechanism is that yun nga, may mga nalalapitan ako. At the same time, may mga nakakausap ako kasi ang laking tulong nung may nakikinig lang sa'yo. Kahit wala silang literal na ginagawa, kahit katabi mo sila nagla-like lang ng photo sa Instagram, pero alam mong may nakakausap ka, okay ang laki nung natutulong. Yun yung mga Tapos, job hunting, realities, job hunting. Ako kasi medyo special yung case ko eh.
Madaya.
Kasi nung dumating ako dito, may trabaho na naghahantay sa akin. Although, yung work ko ngayon, so, contract-based siya. So, hindi siya permanent. Although I work full-time.
Yeah.
Medyo complicated siya na in a way na kasi considered self-employed ako dito. So, I have my own business. Yun yung ganun ako dito. So, anong ginawa ko? So, hindi ako so, sa work, yun nga, hindi ako nahirapan. Ang mahirap lang na related sa work, yung magfa-file ng tax. Kasi iba yung file yung taxation dito iba compared sa Philippines. Kasi sa Philippines may nagfa-file ng taxes for you.
HR does
Dito
it for
ikaw
you.
lahat. Yes, HR does it for you. Dito, ikaw lahat.
Really? Okay, like this is like new to me.
Yes, HR. So if
Yeah.
you're employed sa
What?
Philippines,
Deduct
they will
the
file
tax
everything for you.
They file
will
your
not-
return. That's it.
I'm not doing it for like 200 something people, guys. Sorry. But
And
that's like surprising. I didn't
Ang
know that.
matatanggap mo na lang is yung form. So it's
Yeah.
form 2316. Matatanggap mo siya, naka-file na.
At saka,
Tapos ipapadala mo yung form sa gobyerno? Ganun? Is
No.
that how you do it?
hindi na.
No, sa'yo na, yun na yun.
HR will send it
Napadala na
directly and then parang may copy ka na lang na receive na ng BIR.
Parang yung
or-
notice of assessment mo tapos
Yes.
na.
file
Parang
mo na
ganun.
yun. For
No,
your
kasi
personal file mo na yung 2316.
I think it works sa Pilipinas kasi hindi naman normal yung may more than one na job yung mga tao. Hindi kagaya dito.
Right. Tapos dito kasi may mga rental income pa. Uso kasi yung nagpaparent ng bahay or ng basement. So yes.
So dito
Kaya,
kung may dalawa kang work, may dalawa kang forms. May dalawa kang T4. So, syempre, isang company, hindi naman niya gagawin para sa iyo na i-combine yung dalawang T4 mo. So, you have to do it on your own. But since sa Pilipinas, isang work, isang company, they can do it for you. They'll
Isang
meet your
taxes.
taxes, they'll file your return for you.
Wow.
And then you will
Maghihintay
just
ka na lang
receive
na
your
refund.
pinaka-NOA na. Yun nga, is yung 2316. Yan lang. Kukunin mo na lang siya. Tapos ka na. Wala ka nang problemahin sa buhay mo.
Oh, I didn't
Sila
know
na rin
that.
na magbabayad
Didn't
sa
know
iyo.
that.
For
Medyo
you,
na culture shock ko.
Sila
Babawasan
na rin
nila
yung magbabayad
yung,
for you. Kaya wala kang kapawis-pawis doon. So yun.
I have mixed feelings about that, but let's talk about that in the future. So
Yes. Magandang topic yan. So yun. So
Anyway.
again, going back sa job hunting. So hindi ako masyadong nahirapan. Pero at the same time, I'm still looking after myself kasi since I'm in a contract position, what happens after the contract expires or hindi na nila ako kailangan. Dito kasi ang culture,
Yun pa, yeah.
kailangan nila
I was
one
getting
day,
at that.
the next day, they can say goodbye to you.
Yeah. Yun pala
So,
yung reality
yeah.
na na-miss ko
It's
kaninang
reality.
i-share.
I'm trying to build up my references here. So, swerte din ako doon kasi may mga connections ako na willing
Mhm.
maging references ko. At the same time, since engineer ako sa Philippines, so willing akong i-take yung mahirap na proseso para maging engineer, maging
Dito.
recognized engineer din dito.
Yep.
Which I think it will be a good thing kasi kung hindi ko siya gagawin, mahihirapan din ako in the future. Gagawin ko siya habang kaya ko pang gawin ngayon. Kung kailan bata-bata pa ako. So, yun. So, yun na rin yung reality. So, realities is, ako, very blunt ako sa mga taong gustong mag-apply dito. Sinasabi ko na magandang buhay dito, pero challenging.
You have to work
mahirap.
hard for it.
Yes, you
Yeah.
have to work hard for it. Yung mga nakita nila sa social media na pinagpo-post natin, for example, is because we're trying to cope na ito yung ginagawa namin outside of work, na mahirap na work, or busy na work, or busy na lifestyle. Binabalance out lang namin. So, yun yung realities na na-realize ko. Kaya blunt ako sa mga taong gusto mag-apply. And tinatanong ko sila, gusto niyo pa ba mag-apply after that? I encourage you to do so. Kasi pros and cons, magandang buhay dito. Busy nga lang, mahirap. Pero once na nag-gain mo na yung momentum mo, okay naman eh.
Yeah.
Tsaka maganda rin magkaroon ng Canadian passport. Ang dami mong pwede mapuntahan eh.
True.
Yeah. So, do you think it's a good decision? Like,
Yes. For me, 100%
Ako, for me,
yes. Yes.
ikaw, kayo, Jay.
Oh, me, yeah, definitely yes. It was the best decisions that I made na moving to Canada. Although, yun nga, I hated it at first. I'm glad that I stayed. Mas
Mas
na-appreciate ko siya.
Mas valuable na ba yung mga pros kesa sa con?
Oo naman, kahit
Based
saan mo
from that.
tingnan. I think yun nga, kasi nanggagaling lang ako sa yung pinanggagaling ko is may work ako sa Pilipinas, maayos akong kumikita, may buhay na ako. Bakit ko kailangang mag-start over?
Yeah.
Right? And then yun nga, so babalikan ko yung realities ni P kanina na nabanggit na dito ka, kahit may work ka na, the next day papasok ka, pwedeng wala ka ng trabaho, walang job security. If they think that they don't need you anymore, you're done.
Goodbye.
Hindi ka guys sa Pilipinas na kapag full-time position ka na, lalo kapag unionize pa yung company mo, you're there for life until retirement ka na. Dito, it's not the same. You will hear stories na akala mo hindi totoo na papasok ka, upo ka sa desk mo, may lalapit sa'yo, and then yun pala from HR na yun or kung sino, yung boss mo, and then wala ka na. You have to
Escort
pack
ka
your
na.
things, you have to leave.
Yes, escort
That's
ka
it.
na palabas ng building.
They will send you your stuff.
Mm.
So, yun yung dito na harsh reality na it bothers me. Especially ako, nasa corporate ako. Diba? Or kayo, nasa corporate din kayo. So, yun lang yung, I think, yun lang yung lagi kong madalas nagkakos anxiety sa akin.
Okay. Yeah.
Ikaw, okay?
Ikaw, okay. Pros and cons?
Or like,
Was it the
yung-
best decision?
Yeah, well, I'd like to start with that. It was the best decision that has been made for me.
For you,
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sumabit
Best
lang.
decision. No regrets. So I'm super happy here. And yun nga, second is yung financial freedom rin na na-attain dito.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yun nga. So I'd
Yeah,
like to add
totoo.
dun kay very interesting point na binring up ni P earlier na ano nga ulit yun? Okay, I forgot. But yeah, very interesting point yung pag magpo-post tayo sa Instagram or sa social media or whatever na parang kumakain kami sa labas or we're traveling here or we're doing whatever, cottage or whatever. I think it's important to note na or to tell people na we only do that, we only see each other probably once a week if at all, right?
Yeah.
Before, yeah.
Twice a month, right?
Before, yan, mga twice a month na. Or
Yeah,
less.
so
Hindi pa nga eh.
Once a month
guess
pa
once
nga.
a month.
minsan.
Once
Yeah.
a month or less.
so people should know na most of the time papasok ka sa work maaga tapos once pag tapos na yung work, like we don't want to do anything else. We're tired. So we just go
Pagod
home,
na.
we go to sleep, and the next day it's that thing all over again. So ano siya, it's very repetitive. Hindi na gaya nung kasi dun based sa nakikita ko sa saka mga kwento na rin dun sa mga friends ko were in the Philippines na kahit weekday, parang, let's go out for drinks sila. Ganon, like, yung easy access yung mga friends mo, mapupul mo sila to meet up. Dito, i-schedule mo pa months in advance sometimes, right?
That is,
So,
that's the reality.
yun yung reality na, everyone's busy. Yun yung isa sa mga realizations na reach ko. But, again, weighing the pros and cons, like, the pros outweighs the cons. So, really very, very happy to be here.
Yay! At least pare-pareho tayong masaya dito.
Yeah.
Well, for me,
Yeah.
hindi siya nangyari overnight. Talagang,
Yeah.
di ba? I
It is
started
a process.
really miserable.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And
ako
then-
tagal-tagal. Ang tagal ng process kasi like I think almost 4 years yung university degree, di ba? So, nag-high school pa ako. So, can you just imagine na sa university ka na and then you're being thrown back on sa high school setting? It was traumatizing. So, parang for a while, I was like, habi ko nga, like, I was really mad. Pero, yung realization nung mga okay ba to? Like, parang, okay to. Parang, buti pala ganto. Matagal especially kung bata ka. Kasi kung sa experience ni Phil tsaka ni Jake, dahil meron na silang professional life prior to moving here, para I think medyo mas clear-cut yung mga hinahanap nila. Whereas kung dito ka lumaki, it's so almost like a search for like a new identity din kasi. Tsaka parang, dahil I was growing up to be a young adult, parang I'm slowly maalis ako dun sa mold na parang in-expect sinet nung parents ko na sinet sa amin. Kasi dumating kami as a family, di ba? So, yung pros, for me, I don't think nakita ko siya or na-realize ko siya right away until later nung nandun ako sa mid to late 20s, not early 30s pa nga. So, but yeah. So, overall, I think good decision siya for my family. Mas nang ibabaw sa akin yung idea na yung health more than anything. Kasi dito,
Free
although free healthcare, magantay ka man ng medyo matagal, pero alam mong libre, a lot of companies naman have good benefits as part of the compensation packages. So, you have an opportunity to either pay or get the benefits as taxable benefits, diba? So, parang nung later in adulthood, parang mas nangibabaw sa akin yung importance nun. So,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, tsaka, it's comfortable in here. So, kung isa-summarize ko siguro yung stages ko dito, I was miserable and then I'm unhappy but comfortable. So, I settled with comfortable. But now I can say that I'm happy and comfortable.
Yeah, that's good.
Right?
That's very true.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Lahat tayo feeling ko ganun din na nagkaroon ng although different timelines, pero eventually dumaan ka dun sa part na ano ba ginagawa ko? Ba't ba kami nandito? Bakit ba kailangan umalis ako doon? Tapos eventually marirealize mo na
Ito na yung
so far,
reason.
yes, na may
Just have to wait.
nalagay ka dito for I'm a firm believer na kung para dito ka.
Everything happens for a reason. It's cheesy but it's true.
It does. It
totoo.
does. Habang tumatanda ka, nare-realize mo totoo yun.
Totoo.
So yun yung nangingibabaw sa
I
akin.
thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much for sharing your experiences sa mga natin sa pag-move dito. So far, ang dami ko rin natutunan Alam mo, ang dami ko pang gusto ikwento, pero I know we have to close the show because it's going to be a 5-hour show kung hindi tayo titigil dito.
Yeah, kasi it's something really close to our hearts kasi pinagdaanan talaga natin siya.
Iba man yung mga
basic
path
experience.
tsaka yung time, tulad nga na sabi ni Phil, iba man yung timeline, parang See, like, it's interesting kasi parang may mishmash nung experiences sa parang si Jack parang may galit siya or he's not happy, and then I was at that point too, and then diba? Like, and then eventually medyo so,
Okay
like,
din.
evolve. Yeah.
Tapos si
So,
Kay naman, literally na parang pagdating niya dito, yung
Go!
initial reaction niya, go. Tapos medyo parang clueless siya. Go, pero clueless ako. Pero sige, go pa din. Parang ganun
it's
yung
kind of
dating.
similar to
Yeah.
you din na
Kay?
parang go,
Di ba,
diba?
Kay?
Like,
Ganun
parang
yung sa'yo.
sige.
Yung parang I had a feeling na I need to move. So I moved, but while I was moving, I was constantly double checking na am I doing this right? Am I going the right direction? But again,
You
I
made
just
it out.
make
It's
up.
not-
Yeah, I made stuff up as I went. But
Yeah.
yeah, it turned out well. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's good. Mhm.
yeah.
So, yeah. So, sorry to cut you off there. So, okay. Ang ganda ng mga experiences natin. So,
Yes.
for the next episode, start tayo with, so bago tayo mag-close ng show, start tayo with the promotion of our socials.
Oh yeah, so kung nagustuhan niyo yung topic namin ngayon, if you want a second episode on the same topic, you can reach out to us sa Instagram namin or Twitter or even email. Instagram and Twitter is Basecamp Podcast. And then our email is basecamppodcast@gmail.com. You can now listen or subscribe to our podcast sa Spotify and then sa Anchor. And I think we're still waiting for Apple Music. Eh?
Yeah. Di pa nila
A and
tinatanggap
K,
yung
anong
art.
status kaya?
Wala pa. Ayaw tayong tanggapin ng Apple. So, sorry
Okay.
guys. Spotify muna tayo mostly and then Anchor.
Tatawagan ko sila at tatakutin ko ulit sila.
I-threat
sige.
mo sila tulad doon sa tablet.
Yes.
But
I need this
just,
by Wednesday.
just in case you guys are listening to this on Apple, we'd like to thank Apple for finally approving this.
Mhm. Oy, maka-Apple kami ha. Apple ha.
Yeah.
Itagalog to pero maka-Apple
Okay,
kami ha.
tinignan
Marami
ko
kami
na yung-
Apple product.
I was just checking the email just in case and then wala pa
Wala
talaga.
pa
Ayaw
talaga.
na talaga tayong tanggapin. So, but guys, I think Spotify or Anchor would be the best place to check us out. Actually, sa
Stitcher.
Anchor, there are some buttons there na can tell you saang other saang ibang
Ang platforms
podcast platforms nyo pa kami
Yeah.
pwedeng pakinggan because Anchor distributes that for us. So, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Um,
check out our show notes din. Nandun din yung socials namin lalagay namin. So, again, Basecamp Podcast.
Di ba ang hirap sabihin?
Sa susunod, magkakaroon tayo ng game, ha? Sabihin natin yung Basecamp Podcast.
Basecamp
5.
Podcast.
Very
Basecamp
Para
fast.
Podcast.
parang
Basecamp
longest
Podcast.
Basecamp Podcast.
Sa susunod, maglalagay tayo ng game segments. Gusto ko yan.
Pwede.
Para
next
sa
time.
ano natin.
Next time.
Aha. So, please like and
I think-
subscribe us, ha?
Yeah, and then since kasi like ano man tawag nito, like with all the stuff that's happening in the outside world. So hopefully this is something na can cheer you guys up a bit and entertain you.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, reach out to us in the socials. Phil was trying to mention about yung next episode namin. We have some items that we're thinking about, so I guess we'll just add it na lang sa show notes kung anong mapag-decidean namin.
Mm.
Meron na ba tayo na pag-decidean?
Hobbies?
Yeah, we can talk about hobbies. So, like, our
Hobbies
hobbies
are-
still
Mhm.
relevant at this day and age. So, let's talk about that on episode 2. So anyway, so this is A.
This is K.
Parang mali spelling natin. Okay,
Oo,
go.
unahin niyo yung ano.
Okay na yan.
Okay na yun.
Okay.
Oo.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
magbabay na kayo
Okay,
dalawa.
close the show. Bye.
Close the show, Jay.
Okay, close the
Bye.
show.
Oh,
Bye.
okay. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening.